right. What's up, guys? Sorry, I started with a cough there. Terrible. Um, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so uh, just wanted to start this with happy birthday, Stevie. I don't know. Thank you for creating Gas Town. Um, oh, you don't. Can you have? Yeah, you can see that. Okay, cool. Um, Sweet. So, yeah, I guess it looks better over here. Okay. This is, um, I guess nobody's in here yet. I'll just get into it. Um, so, nap. Yeah. So this work is exhausting. Like for whatever reason, we, um, it's so exciting and so like I'm not even like vibe coding all that much. I am not filling out my $200 a month. We're gonna try to change that. I'm not filling out my $200 a month Claude Code subscription, but I feel like this is something we maybe should talk about. Like this combining this like this is, I don't know. This is a health epidemic, maybe. There's health consequences to using AI tools, and maybe this is like I need to read this article. I was saving this. What is this? This person wrote this article. Are we going insane? Um, about Gastown, apparently. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I haven't read it, but got hit by the agent coding addiction. Yeah, we barely sleep. We build amazing things. Yeah, maybe we overdid it. Yeah, exactly. Parasocial, heavily addicted to create communities for people. Reinforce highly haunted. Yeah. So I feel like I don't know. Maybe there's not to the. I don't know. I don't feel this to the degree. I just feel like weighed down. Or like I feel overly excited about this thing because I know that we're if you're watching the stream, we're ahead of this. Like we are kind of at the forefront of using these tools, and it feels like there's a self-reinforcing thing here where it's like, oh, we're ahead of this. We can, like, we're early. We can take advantage of this thing. Like we're acquiring these valuable resources at like a discount. These tokens are super cheap relative to the value that they can bring. So I need to read this whole article. I honestly haven't read it. Like I opened it yesterday and meant to read it, didn't get to reading it, but I imagine it's gonna say where like vibe coding is not great for us, or we have to like kind of moderate it, like with any amount of work, with anything, any single activity. Too much of one thing is bad, right? And this has like a self-reinforcing feedback loop of like, oh, you're making so much progress, you're doing great, like we're creating things, we're able to do massive amounts of work for basically nothing, for what, $200 a month, for like to do the work previously that that AI enables us to do. Like we'd have to pay somebody a full-time salary, not even a full-time salary. Like it's multiple teams of people working full-time salaries. I have to learn my way into Gas Town. Still the beginning of the agent use. I just did vibe code a specialty app. I have to grow up before I try to fly. Yeah, no, it's definitely a it's a learning curve. I think we're like that. That's kind of why I'm here, right? It's like we're trying to gather people who want to like do this in a more structured way, and I feel like we're all seeing bits and pieces of it, and we're trying to like kind of figure out the best practices. So, but yeah, thanks, Frank Schwarz Free. But yeah, what I kicked this off with is Steve wrote a blog post last night. I woke up and read it this morning. And one of the first things is like sleep. Like I just slept for, I don't know, probably 10 hours because the last 3 days I've had 4 hours of sleep a night. I think we need to talk about this before like it gets like crazy serious. Is we need to somehow fit this stuff into our regular lives, because it's producing a new phenomena. It's producing like new behaviors, right? Like I'm usually an early bird. Like I like to wake up early and get out. Like here we are. It's 6:26 a.m. PST. On it's a federal holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So it's like I'm doing this like on my weekend essentially, and we have to take care of ourselves. Like I just whatever. I went to bed. I don't know. Like I took like a 2-hour nap yesterday, and then whatever, like I woke up and I was still like exhausted, and I went to bed at like, I don't know, 6 and woke up at 4:30. Like I was whatever. It was terrible. Or like I feel more rejuvenated now, but this stuff can get like there's so many opportunities and so much like stuff to do here. We just have to remember to take care of ourselves. So just starting that PSA before we get into it. So anybody else have issues with that? With sleep and, I don't know, figuring out how to balance these things? No. Okay, cool. All right. Anyways, so basically also update 22 is the new number for number of parallel Claude Code subscriptions. That's my life. Inconsistent sleep. Yeah. I highly recommend to like figure it out. It's whether you need to take supplements around it or like magnesium at night potentially can help. Magnesium glycinate, I think. Not a doctor, not a medical advice, but sleep is one of those things that it's the critical thing. It's the like cornerstone because it like kind of it affects everything else in your life, right? Like it's the thing we do every day. We're forced to do every day. We kind of have to do the thing. So I feel like, yeah, like if we are going too hard, sorry, I'm trying to log in and fix my thermostat. Like I just want to, I don't want to get too warm upstairs here. I know the heat's on, but okay, cool. Yeah, so sleep is important. Like Steve Steve Yagi. We're connected on LinkedIn now, so I can, whatever. I don't know. I can call him by first name basis, but I don't know. Whatever. Like Steve Yagi, he says in his blog post that he's like, whatever, exhausted, and he's like doing this more than anybody else. So let's just take care of ourselves while we climb this mountain to using 22 Claude Code Max $200 a month plans, which is wild. Like that's whatever, aspirational. And that's kind of like the usage that's what I mentioned. I don't know, probably a couple episodes ago, is burn to learn. We have to be burning tokens to learn how to use this thing. So if we're not like expanding our usage, we're not like pushing ourselves. We need to like figure it, like it's effortful to try to use this many tokens. So like it's beyond a point of like being inefficient, right? Like you can like get into certain like death spirals of like it does one fix A, and then tries to fix B, and then it goes back to fix A. Like I've seen that pattern happen before with trying to, like, it's probably inefficiently using tokens there, but the massive amount of tokens needed to like do all this stuff, like to fill up 22 Claude Pro Max plans, like that's wild. It's ridiculous. So all right, so I'm gonna try to focus here. I can get caught up in the puzzle. There is no balance. Yeah, it's like there is some ultimate balance, right? Like you only have so much energy. You only have so many like calories to expend, and like your brain burns like 20% of your body's calories. So like it uses a significant amount of energy just thinking. So if you're thinking and being engaged, and like it's brain rot programming. Like if we're very honest, it's not a good, I don't know, may not good, but like it's not terribly representative of like what good habits should be, like what good healthy habits should be. It's constantly scrolling. It's giving us good feedback. It's like rewarding us for doing the thing. It's pulling the slot machine, and we are like we're in deep with this thing. So anyways, so at preamble, before we get into like, I'm gonna actually try to finish my my Roxus app today. So for those who are new here, Roxus, it's the idea. It doesn't work yet. Like you can try to sign up, log in, whatever, but like it's the idea is that we're going to be pushing a lot of code, right? We like people are going to be committing to like different public repositories, and even open source, closed source, whatever. Like we're going to be, the main product now is going to be changes for at least us software developers, is like, and we need to be able to communicate that. Like for me, even like I'm doing most of my work is communicating. Like I'm not even like vibe coding all that much. Like I'm trying to figure out how to like communicate this stuff to, I don't know, my place of work and other people, other software developers. Like I'm trying to like spread the message rather than like focus heads down 12 hours of doing this thing. I'm trying to like create content around this and kind of be kind of a messenger rather than on the bleeding edge. Even though we are kind of all we're all on the cutting edge here. Like this is new software, with new ways of working, and we just need to figure out a good way to package it up and give to the average person. Because if you're watching this at 6:34 a.m. on a Monday, where in the US at least it's a holiday, we're not terribly average here. So yeah, anyways, so the idea is we take Git commits and then we make social media posts out of them. Because people with money and the average person is on social media. They're not on GitHub. They're not looking at the latest changes on Gas Town, or like they're not like following code. But we need to be able to market to those people, right? We need to be able to kind of tell that's been my entire mission here, is like we code 50% of the time and we talk about it 50% of the time. We need to be able to say, hey, I did this thing, and we need to capture it and like be able to articulate it into an artifact and push that out to the world. Let it, like, I'm on YouTube right now. I'm talking. There's 11 people here. Thank you for being here. This is an artifact that I'm packaging up and putting out into the world of what I understand up until this point of Gas Town and vibe coding and stuff like that. So does that make sense? That we're this app, the point of this app is to kind of help people capture what they're doing and market it, push it out to the world and talk about it, rather than building things and then like nobody knows about it, right? Like not to plug my own thing here, but I talk about this in my newsletter. Let's see. Can I paste this in here? So distribution is key. Distribution is ultimately going to win, and knowing what people want is ultimately going to win. Like, building the thing is no longer a like, I mean, it was never a guarantee, but like that part is now like out of the way. We can build anything. We can just hand wave and say it can be built. Now we need to figure out what people want. So figure out what people want. So like me talking with you guys, like I'm going to my customers, or my customers are coming to me potentially. Who knows? Maybe you're a customer, maybe you're just here for the ride. Cool. I'm like building an audience here. Like I'm trying to build a community of people who are kind of interested in the same thing. So I'm building this taste. Like I'm figuring out the problems people are having, and maybe I can help solve them. And then distribution at the same time. Like YouTube is pushing this out to some amount of people, right? Like there's 9 people here who are watching this live. Like that's a crazy amount of people to like kind of randomly gather in one spot at 6:38 a.m. at PST, right? So I'm trying to like lean into these factors rather than just building something for the sake of building something. Does that make sense? Let's see. Let me... Cool. It's 4 p.m. in the EU. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of... Hey, Bob Knoll. Gas Town is going great. I want to finish a project today. Like, I want to... Oh, can you guys see that? No. All right, let me fix the terminal. 1 second. iTerm. Where is that? Where's iTerm? Okay, here. Cool. Yeah, I get a lot of people from the EU in here. 4 p.m. in the EU. So cool. Yeah, so basically I haven't like been I've so what I've been talking about is like it's just exhausting. Like Steve just put out a blog post and like how he like naps constantly throughout the day, or maybe like 1 or 2 times a day, and just like vibe coding, and then I'm having similar disturbed sleep patterns because like I'm too excited about trying to like create content around this vibe coding. So, and then somebody else wrote like agent psychosis, are we going insane? And yeah, like they were talking about agent coding addiction here. So anyways, so what I want to do is, or not YouTube, I want to work on Roxus, GitHub, and I want to basically, I haven't worked on it in a while, and so I'm gonna use a Gas Town crew member, which is basically just a Claude Code instance. I'm gonna try to figure out what's there. I'm gonna have it like analyze everything that's what we have so far, and then I think I'm gonna write up a spec. Have it. I remember seeing a lot of people talking about similar to when Claude Code came out. Yeah, it's just such a it's such an exciting thing. Like it's so like it's so yeah. Like I think it's a combination of like the activity itself, the like you see text scrolling by, and like you see code working, and like you get this like crazy like it's the dopamine high of us solving problems, but now like every 2 minutes. Like it used to take, an hour or two to like fix a problem for us to do like a real thing. Like to get that one dopamine hit, but now it's coming every couple minutes, right? Like so the pace is insane, and then now it's like expanding to like, all right, now like for me at least, I'm vibe coding, but then I'm also like trying to put as much content out there as possible, and I'm like, all right, let me just be the guy who's using Gastown live streaming, showing people how I use it, at least. Like I'm a total noob, relatively speaking. Like, yes, I have some PRs, and I've done some contributions to Gastown, but it's like I'm still like not on Steve's level. I'm not Steve at all. Like he is a much levels and levels above, right? He is the guy making the thing. I'm just kind of like adding bits and pieces here. So I want to try and make my own thing with Roxus, and basically kind of be able to create more content essentially, with vibe coding, just kind of automatically put out like social media posts. So say Instagram or Twitter, or whatever else is, you capture like a PR, say like you make a PR, or your agents make a PR, capture it, you summarize it, like the OpenAI sees the diffs, and kind of puts it into human words, right? Like actual like marketing speak, people who are business people kind of like can understand what that change is, and then add like a nice picture to it. Whatever that picture looks like, doesn't matter. But yeah, does that make sense? That like we need some way to like summarize what's been happening, because a lot of this, like, we're paid by how invisible something is. Like people who work on the terminal, people have this such a like, oh my god, the terminal looks so scary, and like you look like a freaking hacker when you're working in a terminal. It's like, well, it's just because it's not. It's kind of invisible. A lot of the stuff is invisible here, versus making it visible by like making websites and things that people can use. This is something you can show people versus like you have to kind of, it's not as easy to describe to people what the work you do in a terminal. So like when I talk about DevOps stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like setting up infrastructure, spinning up servers and whatever. Like it's kind of invisible, right? So what I kind of want to do is with Roxus is making the invisible visible. Does that make sense? And then pushing it and like getting a kind of whatever the scale of social media and pushing it out and seeing what people latch onto it. So okay, cool. So we're in Gas Town. Let's do a GT mir attach. Actually, no. Let's let's brew upgrade BD. Let's upgrade. Okay, so beads is already latest beads, latest stable beads, and then let's do a regular Claude to upgrade Gas Town. Oops. Please pull latest main from Gas Town and build and put GT in the right spot. Roxus. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's yeah. Kingdom Hearts. The not safe for work. That's like probably, I don't know, not great. Like people being too obsessive with Kingdom Hearts. So OpenAI came out with Sora, the Sora model. Or the Sora like video generation. So like that's like so in Kingdom Hearts, the nobody or the whatever, the opposite of Sora is Roxus. So I was like, all right, let me name this thing the opposite of this like whatever OpenAI thing. Even though OpenAI like Sora isn't Kingdom Hearts related as far as like officially it's not related. But I'm sure like it's yeah, I don't know. I named it Roxus, and like it's meant to like pair. Like my initial thought was like, oh, I'll make like video summaries of each code change, but that's gonna be really expensive, and maybe I'll do that later. But right now I'm right now I'm just gonna do like social media posts, like image and text. How will it adapt to different platforms? For example, on X, I feel like being rage baited, but on other platforms, not as much. Yeah, good question. I mean, there's probably different profiles or different like prompts that I can say, all right, here's all the changes. This is for an X post. Write up these whatchamacallit, code changes in a rage baity X post type of thing versus Instagram be more chill and like, I don't know, describe stuff in a nicer way. Who knows? I don't know. I just want to get the thing to work. I think my goal today has Gas Town max limits at 20. It's maxed out on yeah, I maxed out sessions, a couple individual sessions, but I was really like pushing it. Um, oh, for Gas Town we're there's no updates. Let me see. Two days ago. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, cool. All right, let's do a GT mayor attach. Don't forget a thumbs up. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, please like and subscribe. We just hit 500 subscribers. Woo! Thank you all for being here. Yeah, so the next goal, like just being very transparent with you guys, is like the next level for YouTube. Like the first level for YouTube is 500 subscribers. But and what is it? 3,000 watch hours. We're at like 1.9, so 1,900 watch hours. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing live streams, and you guys sticking around watching helps out the channel. Then like getting to the next level after that, like with the ads and stuff like that, that's like 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So what I use for voice input, I use Whisperflow. Actually, I'll drop my referral code in the channel. Because that's what I need to do. Yes, streams count towards watch hours. So like if you hang out here for an hour or two, like that counts. So Whisperflow, this is my referral code. Use it. It's like $15 a month. Super worth it. Like I write all my blog posts now with it, and it goes by, like I can write my latest one was 4,000 words. And it was pretty effortless. And maybe I'm more rambly because I'm like talking, but I feel like it gets more of my voice into text, right? So what do I use for voice? Max out session, but not the weekly. No, I've been lazy. Like I haven't had enough time or made time, I guess, to really put in sessions. Basically when I vibe code here, like that's when when I vibe code, I'm on live stream. Like I'm trying to like pair the two things, because I'm really trying to live out like, all right, I'm going to do the thing 50% of the time. I'm going to talk about it 50% of the time, and like really kind of pair those concepts together. Because it's not just about building the thing. We need to talk to people about the thing. We need to be able to gather, like talk to your customers and distribute, like put it out there and get it in front of people. How many hours have you spent with Gas Town before you felt like you were using it properly? I have another blog post. 10 hours with Gas Town out of a possible 48. It took me probably about 4 or 5 hours to really get the hang of it. So like I started, my first 3 hours I made 5 PRs, and then I created like 36 in my last 4 hours of using it. So yeah, I already have 500 subs. Yep, yay, thank you. And I started this YouTube account in beginning of December, so 6 weeks or maybe 7 weeks, who knows, of just talking about this stuff, right? And like I don't think I've even been live streaming like all those weeks, but yeah, live streaming is, I think it's a way to connect with people, because like you guys are here in the chat, like I'm like talking with you guys, and I'm learning about you guys, like getting data points from different people pop in here, and they're like, oh yeah, I've got 3 different Claude Code subscriptions or whatever, and like it's I'm trying to like create a community of people here who are about this thing, who kind of believe, are like-minded, kind of believe the same things, that this is going to change the world. We're trying to like create code at a wild scale here, at a wild rate. So yeah, I would say it's a learning curve. Hopefully it's a little bit easier, but yeah, this is super exciting. Okay, cool. All right, so we are no handoff mail, see status updates. Okay, cool. Let's go. So I want to plan out a bunch of work for my crew member in using my crew member in Roxus. So we're here, or Roxus, the Roxus project. What was my crew member name for Roxus? Do I have a crew member for Roxus? There's 5 polecats, but okay. Please create a crew for Roxus. Oops. If you've made edited concise vid on what Gas Town is, and basically a zero to small app, it would do good numbers. Seems like all the content on Medium. So on Medium, YouTube has started it. Yeah, probably. I definitely, I'm working with an editor now, so that's definitely possible. And I would kind of need to plan it out. Yeah, I think that may be the next step, is like how do you think Gas Town compares to just plain Ralph Wiggum and Claude Code? So, funny you should ask that. Steve just posted a blog, and he says they're kind of 2 different parts, and the new meta may be to combine them together. So he's Ralph. He talks about agent orchestrators, and like Ralph and Gas Town may be a good pairing, because Ralph is like Steve calls it a super agent, like one super powerful agent that can get things done really well. And then like the Gas Town agent orchestrator is kind of like a swarm, like a colony of, like, where he calls them ants. So like Ralph Wiggum is a super ant, and then Gas Town's like a swarm, like a colony of ants. So the idea is like, maybe if we combine those together, we can have a colony of super agents. But yeah, I think, well, so the going back to, yeah, Ralph cats. Yeah, no, that it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary when they're finally like, when they're officially like integrated. It'll be crazy. But yeah, going back to Bob Knoll, content, yeah, like edit a concise vid on what Gas Town is basically zero to small app. Yeah, I mean that's that's at the very minimum why I'm trying to record myself is doing these things, and so at least there's that. Like there's these, I know, super long form and like not terribly like whatever. Hopefully it's entertaining. But yeah, people don't want to sit through 3 hours and like 10 different 3 hour long live streams of me mostly just yapping and not really working. Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, people don't want to kind of spend time watching that to get caught up with Gas Town, right? Versus, yeah, if I kind of had like a little explainer that kind of was very concise and said, all right, this is what you do at step 1, 2, 3. You give it this prompt and you kind of work it with it in this way. Yeah, totally understand. Highly edited content. People have short attention spans. Yeah, that would probably do really well. So I'm putting that down. I'm writing it down in my notebook here. Okay. R20s. Hey, Mike, been working with Gas Town all weekend, wondering how you determine when to launch a crew member versus polecat. So, crew member is so Steve just kind of put a clarifying blog post out like, I don't know, a week ago, where it's like the crew member is like long running. And if you think about it, crew member creates the beads, crew member helps plan and like kind of does the heavy lifting before, and it creates the beads, and then you feed the beads through the mayor assigns out the beads to polecats to be done. So you don't want to plan beads with the mayor or polecats. You want to have the crew member there to kind of like work with it over time. And then once the crew member kind of plans out all the beads, you give it to the mayor. The mayor assigns out the beads in convoys to different polecats. Does that make sense? Hopefully I'll kind of show it here and kind of give a good example of it. So, done. Roxus now has crew member Alice. Okay. Cool. All right. So we'll use crew member. GT crew start Alice rig Roxus. What? Please start it. Oh, and of course it has like another. Okay. Crew list. Okay, there's Alice. Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, thanks. Where do you create crew members from? Like from the mayor session or another side? I just did it from the mayor, just because I don't know. The mayor's kind of the entry point, and then now it's like I was trying to like have another tab just so it's easier for me to separate them out. But yeah, you can just spin up the mayor with and have it within the same like tmux session. Okay. Let's figure out. Oops, shit. All right, analyze the functionality that we have so far in the Roxus project and ask me questions about what it should be doing. I want to create a spec. Oops, shit. So Whisperflow has this nice like little pasteboard where it shows I rebuilt Gas Town to use my own agents last night. Nice. Chuck Sanders. What agents do you use? Do you have like specific roles that you use? Spec-driven development. So I want to use, I think, Kiro? Yeah, Kiro spec. I want to like just make a spec first. And then turn that spec into beads. All right, yeah, I guess, yeah, well, whatever. It knows what. Oh, your own agents, like local agents. Oh, nice, cool. 4 machines running. Oh, Llama LCCP. Nice, that's dope. Yeah, I think the future Spark cluster 27900 XCX 590. Oh shit. Yeah, there's definitely a so 4 agent endpoints, open context working together. Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like there's money bags over here, right? Well, yeah, there's gonna be a build versus buy conversation. We were talking about build versus buy yesterday with like building software, like enterprises building their own SaaS instead of paying for like headcount seats, right? Yeah, I've made investments. Yeah, that is one way to call it. Chuck Sanders. It's hilarious. But yeah, like build versus buy your tokens, right? Like, do you rent tokens from Claude Code? Like how like 22 like the most that Steve Yegi's seen is 22 subscriptions, right? Versus like yeah, just building your own infrastructure and running it. Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah, I blew my nose and I forgot to. Sorry. Thanks. Sorry, guys. Um, yeah, I blew my nose, muted, and then forgot to unmute. So, all right. Thanks all. Appreciate it. Hopefully, I'm back. Okay, cool, sweet. Yeah. So, yeah, Chuck Sanders, you. So you're are you building a spacewalk, like an incident thing, internal to your company? Had to let the dogs in. Okay. Analyze functionalities. Create spec with all the different user flows user sign up, user add, GitHub account, building a complete cloud lifecycle management suite. Okay, cool. And that will end up being cheaper than kind of building, showing that you can build it yourself is going to be cheaper than like buying it or renting it from somebody else. User adds, Instagram account, user makes a PR, and that creates, or not makes a PR, but user merges to main, and then the main creates an event that will create a post, so that main will that merge to main will create a new social media post that will go to OpenAI, create a description with OpenAI, a post description, and then also create an image. And then we'll take that image, we'll present it to the user and say, let's see, okay. Ask if they want to post it as a, like we show it as a preview, and then we have a little like post it button that sends it to their account. Okay. Okay. R20s. Have y'all tried the new versatile agent browser with Gas Town? It's a browser automation for agents. I'm trying to figure out the best way to incorporate UI/UX testing in Gas Town runs. Yes, it does things that Spacewalk can't do. Can't talk about it, but it will do things that Spacewalk can't do and have it working out. Awesome. Yeah. I don't want to take away from your journey. You're showing how to take a problem. What you will learn with Gas Town is that agents have too much agency, right? Oh, no. I'm here for the community. I'm building community here. So I'm trying to like kick off a run here, and then we can chat. Like I'm trying to do like half and half of like half me building stuff and then half talking, because I've spent most of the last like few live streams just talking and not really doing anything. So so it's exploring, figuring out stuff. So this is like the no. Please, I am down to keep chatting. It's okay. Here, I've analyzed Roxus. Here's where it currently exists. Email. One. I want let's do we want GitHub OAuth to auto discover the repos. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make it easy. The Threads client. Let's do C. I want it to eventually do both. Trigger for post. Well, merge maintenance use to the system. Yeah, let's just automatically do it for trigger for preview UI. That's basic. I should. This is UI to show. Let's show mock social media card. Let them edit generated text. Merges trigger. All merges main or certain merges. By default, all merges to main. We can add filters for release tags. Okay. Please ask me any more questions. Cool. I just realized I went off camera for that entire thing. Great. I guess I'll do this thing. I don't know. Yeah, what else are people building? Chuck Sanders with whatever, cloud provider or cloud management, whatever that is. And then also like running a home lab. Have you tried gaming with Claude in the web? You get a full cohesive plan yet? And Claude give you all the beads. Web UI first. No, I haven't done it. Haven't done that yet. I'm trying. I'm like using the crew right now. Kind of, hopefully as it's supposed to be. And yeah, using the Gas Town flow, and I don't know. I'm trying to plan it out with the crew member first, and then it'll create I'm trying to create a spec and then create beads and then turbocharge Gas Town with that. Okay, cool, nice. Cool. All right, 7. What's the order after sign up? Let's connect GitHub first. Content generation app in the works. Is that live? Yeah, it's a public repo. We're working on it right now. So by the end of this live stream, my goal is to have it working. Like, I know that's a big goal, but we'll see. We'll see if we can do it. I believe in the power of Gas Town. So I just posted Roxus. So Roxus is a play off of Sora, OpenAI Sora. Like, I know they didn't mean it to, like, it's not meant for the Kingdom Hearts kind of Sora, but I don't know. It's kind of like the opposite of a complementary thing. Maybe not the opposite, but it's a complementary concept to Sora. Okay. GitHub repo selection. Do they? Let's do a. Let's auto install Instagram account type. It requires business creator accounts for posting. Okay, yeah, let's just do the. Yeah, so you to target power user already have. Yeah, feed posts. Start with feed. Multi-platform. Merge happens GUI drafts for all Connect platforms. Let's, yeah, generate on demand. Generate on demand. Okay, I missed this step when I was playing with Claude. Interesting. This has to be amazing for refactoring. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, we'll see how this turns out. I don't know. We're like, I like it. Yeah, asking questions, because then like I get to decide. It's not gonna hallucinate an answer for me. All right. So 13. How did let's do the link to preview. Sure, see both. And right with this, like I'm writing the spec. So it's now I'm thinking like, well, I think it's gonna ask me about the MVP or whatever, but I'm just kind of like, yeah, figuring out how it wants to. You always tell it interview me before you're, until you're sure about everything. Yeah. Pending drafts. Is there a draft or a pending post page listing all uncommitted posts? So what I was doing before was copying the entire code base to the web in a project context, then gaming with Claude. Generate beads to go back to Claude Code to execute against. So it's doing the same, but doesn't require going that way. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. This is like, yeah, within the Gas Town kind of context. So I'm sure, yeah, maybe like Claude Web may be a nicer interface or something, but yeah, this is kind of within the Gas Town framework. Okay, cool. 14 pending drafts. Yes, let's have a specific page for that. Yes, they can have multiple drafts waiting. Regenerate option. See both. 16. See both options. 17. Batch commits. One post per merge to main. Main. Okay. One post per. One post per merge to main and. One. Failure handling. If posting fails, yeah, let's just ask them. MVP versus later. OAuth. Oops. OAuth. MVP. is it later? Release tech filters. Is it later? Later. Please keep asking questions if you're uncertain. Okay, cool. How do you start using beads? You just tell the agent to. Let's see. Using beads. Yeah, you just tell, like, you can just go to the beads. You can just tell your agent, hey, use beads, and it can figure it out. Like, you can kind of just give it the repo URL, and it can start doing stuff. Okay. Trunk-based approach, is it really suitable for teams that rely on code reviews, or is it maybe? I think trunk-based is kind of like fairly standard, maybe. I mean, like you I don't know, well, like what trunk-based development, version control, integrate code change, frequently share, manage branch the trunk, enable CI/CD, releasable through small frequent commits. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would say it's pretty standard, right? Trunk-based development, like I don't know. I guess what about Willie Bjorn Baum 9100? Is it really suitable for teams that rely on code reviews? I guess expand on your question, because it's my teams use trunk-based development, and we do code reviews. So I don't know. I guess, yeah. Let me know. Okay, pictures getting clearer. What counts as merge main? 20. Let's do A there. 21. Merge strategies. Yes. Yes, all count. 22. Yeah, which order? Instagram is MVP. Let's, yeah, A for MVP. AI only for MVP. It adds content at once. A limited by smallest platform limits for MVP. Yes, sure. test life cycle. Pause there. Yes, add, delete, dismiss option. Live forever for MVP 29. Pause repo for MVP or for future. Remove MVP. B, reconnect to post. Dashboard login, what do they see first? New drafts, post items. Page structure. Yes. Please continue to ask questions if you have any. Okay, cool. Yeah, I feel like a whole ass PM right now. Like it's just freaking cooking up. Cooking up what I want. Thirty-three. You don't need them anymore. I feel like there's gonna be, so I wrote this in my, I'm always gonna like, I talk about what I see the future to be. You are your own boss now. Yeah, exactly. So we're always going to need people who know what the problems are. Like we can solve problems, right? We are solvers of problems. We need people who have problems. And for us, like right now, developers are making agent orchestrators, to-do lists, habit trackers, food loggers, like super basic stuff that we are spawned in this kind of in this forest of low-hanging fruit, right? Like these are all like very you need generalists, not specialists. Yeah, like the AI knows the most about any one particular thing, right? So yeah, our ideas now are all like colored by the fact that we are into vibe coding, we're software developers, like we're all spawned kind of in this same area of the low-hanging fruit forest. For us to get to a different part of the world, low-hanging fruit, we need to talk to other people with different problems. We need to talk to normal, quote-unquote normal people who maybe don't vibe code, who have normal problems, and then we can like get to the low-hanging fruit of those parts. World moves to generalization. My background is IT infrastructure. Infrastructure is code, not coding. These tools have been able to punch it the same way as software develops. Okay, yeah. No, I'm DevOps, so I'm kind of in the same world. I view things as like gluing systems together, connecting them all together, and I feel super empowered by this stuff because I don't need to know like I program mostly in Golang, but like programming in Golang, I basically have my my agents program in Golang, but I've never not never written Golang, but like my agents have written way like 100 times more Golang than I've ever written, right? So yeah, integrated shit for 20 years. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, that's where we connect everything together, right? So I think we recognize the value of this, and yeah, what we can potentially do with it, because it's all like all these questions that I'm answering here are all like integration stuff. So yeah, cool, sweet. Thanks to Chuck Sanders. Let me sorry, misunderstood. I think that meant direct to main, but it seems basically PR. Yes, yeah. I've Willie Bjornbaum. I've created an embarrassing amount of PRs on Gas Town. Like when I first played around with Gas Town, I spun up a shit ton of PRs. I have 54 closed, but I couldn't like review all of these myself. So I've only merged like 6. I've only merged 6 PRs, but I created 54 of them. Because I spun them up and I was like, I don't like it just, the refinery just kept churning, just kept like pushing them up. And I've done a lot more PRs on this Roxus app. Roxus pulls. I had 133 PRs for Roxus, and like that kind of that automatically creates PRs, and then I have CI that like GitHub Actions that run on the PR, and then when the CI passes, it closes. So I think this is kind of like the feature of like you kind of like check yourself, you like add the tests, you do all kinds of like stuff. Direct merges to main, I think, are people running and gunning. That's not enterprise vibe code. If like this YouTube channel is like all the best practices, direct merges to main doesn't seem like not a good practice for anyone. So yeah, I would say create your PRs, have CI checks on your PRs, and that's kind of a quality gate that you can kind of set up and make sure your agents are doing good work. So code generator should be test driven, so it can't pass still if it's test driven, and the test can't be, yep, exactly. That's should be generating all the stuff with TDD. Yep, I agree. Okay, 33 activity feed items shows in the recent activity feed. Just drafts successful posted, failed drafts, failed posts. Keep the feed. Posting settings updates should like repost connected or social media accounts connected should be in the settings. Yes and yes. Different platforms in future. Media action. Just a reminder to everyone that if you need LM analysis in an app, it's easier to use the OAuth token that each lab provides with a monthly subscription versus the API. Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool, good to know. R20s. I may have to do that, but I don't know. Right now it's pretty cheap, so I'm sure if I scale up, I'll try to do cost savings. Is GitHub Copilot cheaper than using Sonnet 4.5 all the time? Not sure. It's included $200 per month sub is what I mean. Oh, okay. No extra charge. Gotcha. Cool. User screws to the same monthly plan. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, maybe I'll use Claude then. As I don't know. I'll switch over to that potentially. Right now I have it built out with OpenAI, so. Auth, where if you use the API, you get charged even with the max plans. Oh, okay, gotcha. 39. Okay. Yes. 40. Yes. Web UI. Good. Can do it with Claude, setup token, and terminal. Okay. Let's see. Well, I mean, I don't want to expose my token to the terminal, but okay. Noted. I will. Let's see. I will write that down. Cool. Thanks, R20s. What else are people building? R20s, what have you made? Okay. Wrote Spec IMD. User flows. Can I self-promote here? I have a new tool similar to Beads. Scans code. Give Claude CLI tool like Beads. Save tokens when searching. Sure. Yeah. Post away. Be active. A rag for a friend's AC company. Data lake for my job. A game clips generator for hobby. Awesome. Nice, Yog. 4042. Yeah, go ahead, post whatever you're working on, Hargabyte. Kind of want this, to just be a community and talk about what we're building. Like I'm showing what I'm building, so you show off what you're building. Building specific apps for a retail store. Nice. Very niche. I mean, probably less niche than what you think, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the beauty is that code is cheap. Check out the README. It's written by Claude. What kind of sucks is that I can't see your guys' links, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe YouTube filters out your links. I've been using Anti-Gravity because I'm new to this. Yeah, I mean, if you are using any kind of AI coding tool, you're ahead. Like you are, you're on the bleeding edge. You're on the cutting edge. So you're in the game still if you are using AI tools right now. Okay, user flows. Hargabyte Cortex. Let's see. All right, there you are. Cortex. Codograph tool. AI systems understand code base structure, dependencies, impact. Cool. No, this is, yeah, for sure. This is a similar thing to Augie, I think. Like if I'm getting you get like the structure or something. what code relates to this task, like context. Seems really like he's had the idea. He came up with all the tools. Yeah, cool. Yeah, if you use like a search, safe, show. Yeah, that's cool. Pager, yeah. So like, I think it's inspired. The tech is basically the same. Gotcha. Yeah, augment. I am too, like, they need to sponsor me. Like, I use augment. It's similar thing where it's like a way to search your code base, maybe, and like it kind of creates some kind of like vector store representation of the code base, so you can like do natural language searches against it, and the AIs generally like to do that. So I don't know. I mean, it's another agent, but yeah, like people are going to create these tools. Like people are going to figure out things that their workflows. They're going to figure out ways to kind of optimize how they work. So it's cheap to do that, right? Cool. Thanks for sharing, Hargabyte. Okay, user flows. Jot token redirect to. Oh, link it. Okay, sure. Oh, the augment. Okay, yeah, augment. It's like a it's Claude, but they have some kind of like indexing feature for code bases. And I use they're at work. I use augment CLI Augie. It's okay. It's I would prefer Claude Code because like my idea is like we just want to we just want to have a daily driver. We want to like really understand how one agent works, and we can kind of then figure that agent out. But then if we are changing agents all the time, we're not really getting experience points in one agent. Like we're kind of like, yeah, there's certain principles across agents, but you just want to kind of go with, figure out one, master one, and then you can like move on to other ones. So if you really need to. So Augment has a MCP server as well for using their search. So yeah, I don't know, just FYI. Okay, user sign up, jot token, redirect to GitHub OAuth, GitHub connection, social agent, auth, push to main, webhook, AI generation, draft created, prevent, data text. Let's just do what would be the easiest platform to post to for the MVP. We've had LinkedIn issues with LinkedIn because they banned our test account. Please pick between Instagram and Threads. We're now, who's good at what? I probably use Claude, but I ask Claude all the time to prompt Gemini to confirm tech decisions or GLM for UI. Nice, yeah. Yeah, I feel like, using these together is important. Like Big Model doesn't want you to know that using the models together, it's a team of models versus only being limited to like one perspective. Don't sleep on Facebook. Yeah. I mean, the Olama, I think they're Olama, right? I feel like they're willing to spend crazy money to try to make it work. So okay, yes, please use Threads as primary MVP platform. If I understand correctly, can handle multiple projects, repos in parallel. Have I tried that? How well does it work? Yeah, so I don't know, when I first used it a couple weekends, a couple weeks ago, I was working on, Roxus and Gas Town itself in parallel. So it checks those repos out, and then it has rigs. Rigs is the terminology for repos. Because there's like certain state around the repos too. Like you can have multiple work trees going at the same time for each repo. And then you can have work that spans rigs, and you can that's tracked in beads, but as like convoys. So if there was something like if I had multiple rigs, like a front end and back end, I could make a convoy that was like, all right, implement this new feature end to end, and it would create the beads for the front end, create the beads for the back end, and track that convoy between the two over time. Does that make sense? Flows for MVP, platform tables, threads only. Okay. Okay. Let's have G. See. Roxus. Crew. Alice. So Gemini. Yeah, so I'm please review the spec one more time and make sure you don't have any questions. Because I don't know. Because if I ask Gemini, hey, please like review the spec and comment, like it's one file. It's gonna like kind of just destruct it, but a bit like modify it. But maybe I ask it, hey, create a Gemini spec with your changes, and then maybe then Claude can diff it, and we can we can track it that way. Okay. Um, 43. Oh, there's Maverick. Hey, Maverick. Hey, Mav. Can you guys hear him purring? I've got Goose. Goose is an orange cat. He's somewhere around here. But maybe Iceman will, if we ever get another cat, he would have to be Iceman, clearly. Sorry, cat break. We need to... Vibe coding's not the only thing that's important, huh, Maverick? Okay. See. Okay, so it merges to local commits on original content database. Sure, yeah, B. Yeah, I forgot password. Jot tokens last. Let's do, I don't know. Some days, sure. 24 hours seems like a normal amount of time. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, if you, I'm gonna shill for a second here, guys. Please like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. We just recently got to 500 subscribers, which is super cool. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate you all watching. And yeah, I don't know, like liking this video pushes out to everyone else. Probably how you found this, right? So yeah, throw up dubs in the chat, like the video, do like interact, engage. Helps everything helps out. If you can, yeah, subscribe. Would help us to get to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers. Like that's the next like level in YouTube. That whatever. Then I can start running it, doing the YouTube ads and stuff like that. So, anyways, yeah, 1,000 subscribers is the next goal, and then 4,000 watch hours. So, yeah, if you're hanging out here, thank you. If you're somewhere in the future, thank you for watching. And yeah, I also have a newsletter, Enterprise Vibe Code. I just kind of wrote a new one, posted yesterday or the other day. It's kind of how I see the future of vibe coding, like what the next kind of knock-on effects, second and third order effects are going to be. Yeah, check it out. Please subscribe, sub. Thank you, Chuck Sanders. Appreciate it. Hope to see you around. Cool. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Spec has like versions. Okay. Please review one more time. I think part of this, like the spec part, is like Steve Yogi asks, has like the rule of five or something like that. If you run through something 5 times, tell it to do a thing. It like ask it to like look at the beads and like refactor the beads, and it's like, oh, I reviewed them. There's nothing to do. Like you generally get to that state convergence over 5 times. So okay. Minor gaps found. Or 50. Okay, yeah, where the image is stored. Stores URL from OpenAI. Temporary may expire. Let's just do URL. Oops, shit. Where am I at? Okay, here I am. Okay. 50. The fuck? Okay. 51. B, but open to S3 if needed. A, but not in MVP. Draft posted fail. Should we add error for generation failures? Yeah, error status separate. Okay. Please continue to ask. Hey, CZX. Am I saying your name right, or what's CZX? Yeah, I don't know. We're making the Roxus spec, and then we're going to turn the spec into beads, and we're going to review. We'll review the. I think I'm going to review it with Gemini and Codex, and we'll kind of basically make the spec super good with multiple models, and then we will, yeah, get cracking after that. Name is Cesari, so nickname is CZX. Okay, gotcha. Cesari, CZX. Gotcha. Okay. There's a spec.md that I would like you to review and compare with the current state of the Roxus repository. Please create your own Gemini spec with changes that you would make or things that you would clarify. Please ask me any clarifying questions. And then I'll have GT. What is it? All right, so we're reviewing the spec. We made the spec with Claude, asked me a bunch of questions about the spec, but now I'm like, I want to take advantage of these other models, Gemini and Codex, to like further define the spec. And then we'll probably do the same process with beads, and like kind of combine the spec with like, we'll go back to Claude and be like, all right, here's what Gemini say, here's what Codex said, integrate the changes if you want, and then we'll create beads off of that, and then we'll create all the work and stuff. So okay. Is there a way to keep both where we keep track of the commits and then keep track of what drafts were created? The spec is the aspirational versus the code. State versus where the code is today. Please detail more how we need to migrate the current code to the spec. We want to only focus on threads for MVP. Oh, I was reading. Oh man, I was reading these discrepancies and then all right, auto generation. Shit. Okay, one. Automatic draft and the webhook handler. What are alternatives for the webhook handler? Should we separate these things out? Yes, only enable thread support and disable other platforms for the MVP. I do want to have a sense of draft so that it's not automatically posted and that users can edit them. I do also only want to keep track of the commits on GitHub and not store all of the data in Roxus. Sure. Or is the activities table just a view on the current drafts? Codex is taking sweet time. Codex is like very thorough, seems like. It, it wanted to jump into modifying stuff. We're just focused on modifying the Gemini spec. Please ask me any more questions about the spec. Oh, oops. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I blow my nose and then I like mute and yeah, sorry. Unis XDD. Yeah, if you're on the $20 plan, you hit the weekly limits, but would like to switch to $200 plan. Yeah, so there's $20 a month, then $100 a month, then $200 a month. If you're consistently hitting limits on $20, I'd recommend upgrade to $100. If you're hitting limits on $100, then upgrade to $200. Like, yeah, pretty straightforward path. I think the $100 is like 10x. The $200 a month is 20x the $20 a month. So. Before he connects a repository for please keep it open to multiple users connecting to the same repo. Okay, let's put images in S3 immediately. Option A, magical. Sure, let's give the user an option to manually set it up. What would be easiest for a single user to self-service? If they don't have webhook admin rights, then we should warn them or show them, hey, you don't have them. Whatever will be easiest. If GitHub app is easiest for the user, then yeah, let's plan for it post MVP. What kind of tools are you using for front-end elements? Maybe also include local storage stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not. I I was using some kind of Golang thing. That's like it was just kind of generating. I don't know anything about front end, so whatever this came up with, I was good with it. So. Um, oh. Just warning instructions. Please do not change any Golang code. Revert all changes that you made so far. Please ask me the clarifying questions. Oops. Please ask me clarifying questions. Please ask me clarifying questions. Yes, try to automatically add the webhook via GitHub API. Yes, we should add in the spec to add Terraform for S3 bucket. Create 3 separate drafts in the feed. Sure, please spec out using Go routine. Also, do you have any experience adding multiple languages to your project? If so, are they language to your project? Any tools better than crowd in? Crowd in. Oh, multiple language. Oh, no, I haven't. No, I haven't used multiple languages yet. But yeah, sounds like that's a standard tool. Please give me suggestions for fields in the drafts table. Let's move image generation to post MVP because we just want to post to threads. Let's do per repo branch selection. I'm not sure. Give me your best guess. For deduping. Show all with a warning and ask an admin to install instructions. Sure, add a link to the commit URLs. But that could take up a lot of text, so I'm not sure. Regenerate to overwrite the draft. We need settings to connect the GitHub and Threads OAuth accounts. Simple sign up login is good for MVP. Please ask me any more questions. Yes, spec out the GitHub OAuth flow. Do not implement right now. Commit URLs shouldn't be added to the post. Each commit should or each draft should just describe the changes to the project. We can have a post MVP feature where the commit URL is added for threads as like as the first comment, or any other platforms as a comment where people can go look at it. Gemini is so fucking greedy. Gemini is like, hey, I'm gonna go and like do the thing now. Please only keep changes in Gemini spec. Please revert all other code changes you made. Any other questions you have? Please ask me more questions about Gemini spec. Please only modify Gemini spec and ask me any further clarifying questions. Branch selection should default to GitHub default branch. We should have a per user branch because each user may have a feature branch they want to talk about. No, we should only reference and read the commit URLs messages. We can always get them, retrieve them later with GitHub API. Keep draft as posted, but some kind of, yeah, I guess, yeah, we have to keep it as posted for history. Setting scope should also, yeah, include account info. Repo discovery, whatever the user has access to, we should read them. Okay, Gemini says it's good to go. Any other questions? I'm just annoying the shit out of it. So it's helpful to like have all this like, okay, like they're asking all these questions and they're kind of attacking it. Like, I don't think I've answered like the same question really I don't think I've really repeated myself. They've all been like kind of attacking it from different perspectives. So. Even though I don't think this is going to be a major use case. Any other clarifying questions you have? Any other clarifying questions? Yes. One branch per user. Yes, auto update. Yes, add read org to list org repos a user can access. Still create drafts until threads is connected. Use full commit message and diffs to generate message text. Sure, store commit SHAs on drafts model to avoid extra calls. But whatever is simpler. Any other questions? I wonder if it's just going to keep coming up with questions. Oh, what's that? Oh, shit. 1 second. I might have to... All right. Cool. Sorry, I had to run downstairs, take care of something. Cool. Now I'm out of breath. Okay. Let's see. There's still 8 people here. Amazing. Okay. All right, let's kick out AI image prompting to post MVP. Post record. Yes, store error message. Option A. All right, so I think I'm in a pretty good spot with the spec. At least these 2 different ones, and then I'm gonna merge. I'm gonna have Claude kind of merge them together. Okay. So as you kind of saw, like they had 2 different. They were getting like kind of into the weeds too, a little bit more deeper into like the data model stuff. So let's do. Oops. I didn't mean to completely quit Gas Town. Please spin up Roxus, Alice, crew. Maybe I won't even get to like implementing. I'm just gonna get to a good spec. Maybe that's the end result of 3 hours of work. Is we got a good spec of what we're doing. Please spin up Alice, crew worker. I'm trying to use my worker Alice crew on Roxus. On Roxus. Okay. Okay, we've got the main spec. Looks like the main spec is still bigger than Codex spec and Gemini spec, which is interesting. Okay, we have main spec.md, Gemini spec, and Codex spec. Please consider the spec changes for Gemini and Codex. Ask me any clarifying questions about them. Either just accept them or ask me questions whether we want to change our spec or not. Okay, once we have this good spec going, I might call it there. I might come back later and work because I've got the day off. But yeah, I think like all three kind of asked different questions and like got at the problem in different ways. So please kick out image generation post MVP. One webhook per user repo combination. Keep it simple. Keep main spec. Keep main only for MVP. Yes, let's include diffs. And kind of what I'm seeing here is like Codex asked different questions and kind of we got different results. So it's good. We wanted a different perspective on this. Kick images out to post MVP, but use Gemini's spec for uploading to S3 for post MVP. Please update spec to also use latest GPT 5.2. Please ask me more questions about Gemini and Codex specs, or any other questions about our spec. include this if it's relevant. Mark it as post MVP in Spec. Okay, just commit this spec to Roxus and push. All right. This is the first time reading the entire. Is writing us. Vibe coding is essentially writing an assembly manual for an LLM. We give it a box content package. Follows at each step, many loops of clarification, planning, execution. Yep, exactly. Yeah, this is the first time I'm reading the whole spec, but I don't think I'm going to read it. Yeah, it's 1,000 lines. We just kind of went over the main points. I'm sure it's. Oh, dang, nice. So I have this little skip thing where it's, oh, I wonder if this is going to work because it still tries to run the browser end-to-end tests. Yeah. Right. Please fix skipping CI issue for browser end-to-end tests. GitHub Actions check as well. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind, it worked. Okay. Cool. All right, let's merge it. Yeah, so thanks all for being here. I'm going to take a break. Maybe I'll come back later. I'm not sure. But yeah, so now we have a spec. We have like everything defined. Hopefully that'll make it easier. So I'm going to generate beads based off the spec. That will generate kind of a whole kind of mapping, or not mapping, but like graph of beads to be done. Gas Town will be able to fire those up and spin those out to convoys and polecats and things like that. Today was, yeah, like this session right here wasn't fun. Like it wasn't like, oh, things are happening and working. It's more like, yeah, we're defining exactly what we want to do. So anyways, cool. Gonna plug Enterprise Vibe Code. I just wrote a newsletter. Please sign up if you're interested. Please like and subscribe the video. I think we're probably well over 500 subscribers now. Let's see. We're at 507 subscribers. Woohoo. Yeah, just yeah, like the video, and that'll help out a lot. And yeah, cool. Anybody else have anything? All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Oops. Shoot.